Welcome everybody to the QBC 2021 virtual convention player announcement. I don't know how many people we have watching right now, but hopefully we have a few. Let's just talk about who we are first. I'm Keith Blacknick, Media Goon, themediagoon.com. My partner Dan Tuig is over here with we both put our hearts and souls into the Queen's Baseball Convention every year. Right now, can't do anything really in person, so we try to do this virtual thing. So, Dan, what are your thoughts about doing this virtually?
Well, Keith, with everything going on with the pandemic and economic crisis, you and I spoke about doing something. I think this is great doing it virtually. At least we can give something back to the fans. We ourselves are fans, as everyone knows, and everybody's hungry right now. And there's nothing out there. So let's get together. Even if it's not in person, we can do so virtually and, talk Mets, enjoy Mets, and look forward to this new season. I think this is a great opportunity, great time for us and for the fans to, have fun as much as we can.
Now, I've been mentioning on the last two little test shows that we had that we missed the camaraderie, hanging out with everybody, seeing our friends that we usually only see in the summertime. Some friends we don't even see at all, during the winter, maybe just once during the summer. What we're trying to do is just have, that gap, which is even longer this year, it seems, to have everybody hang out and meet up. Fortunately, we got to do it virtually, but at the same time, we get to do it virtually. So it's not a bad thing.
Exactly. We weren't able to do it last year. We had to cancel last year. And so some people, hell, I haven't seen some people in 2 years. And so this will be a great opportunity to see people, to experience, to at least get some experience, while things are so down. So I think it'll be great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We're not going to do the Gil Hodges Award this year. We've talked about that. We don't feel that we should give out something that somebody can't receive in person, or at least try to receive in person, because that way we can acknowledge what they mean to the award and what they mean to Mets fans. So the other thing that we're going to do is, I think we can also name another panel that we're doing, right, or two. So I'll let you take the reins on that.
All right, great. So that was the one from today, right? We just got it one. Yeah. So we are pleased to announce, starting in, I believe it was year 2, we had a very good relationship with this organization, and they are coming back again for QBC 2021. SNY will be a part of the QBC this year. And it looks like Baseball Night in New York will be doing a panel live on February 6th when we host the QBC virtually.
Yeah, the only bad thing I feel about for everybody that's going to be watching the QBC that day is that I'm going to probably be in every single room, and they're going to have to see this ugly mug throughout the whole day. And it's not like a regular QBC where I'm running around and I'm just like a flash and nobody sees me. So I feel bad for everybody on that front. I feel good on everything that everybody can see the panels. And then we have that other panel that's been with us since year 1 with the, as he likes to call himself, the gunslinger, Mark Healy. We have the State of the Mets panel, which for a change, it's going to be very positive, I feel. And it's going to be weird to not have Mark be negative about it.
Oh, no. Mark will be negative. Mark, I hope you're watching. I say this to you with love, brother, but yeah, you're always negative.
I don't know. I get glimpses of positivity every now and then out of him. So this would be pretty cool to see the positive Mark watching, doing the State of the Mets panel. I don't know who his guests are going to be yet, but he always helps us out every year and mods that panel. So I want to thank him now. And I don't know. Should we just get into the player panel right now, or should we?
Let's tease that out a little bit longer. I think that some of the other panels we talk about some of the other panels we're thinking about.
So we're thinking about doing a jersey panel as usual. Every year we do a uniform panel / jersey panel. And there's a lot of talk about black jerseys coming back again.
Yeah.
And people wanting them back. And I do have one confirmation of a guest that's going to help us out with it. It's going to be John Salazar, one of the hosts of the Marvel Movie Marathon podcast. And I'm not going to say if he's pro. I'm not going to say if he's pro or con on the jerseys yet, but he's a great speaker. He's a very passionate Mets fan. I've known him for a long time now, and I think he's going to bring a good dynamic to the group. And now we just got to figure out who's going to be the moderator and the another guest or two.
What's going to be interesting is that our here's a tease. Our player guest that will be coming in actually wore the black uniform, wore the black jersey.
That's true, and that's why it's one of the good reasons to have this panel going on this year.
Yeah. Wonder if we could tweet out to Stro to see if he wants to join, since he's been very vocal.
I don't see why not. Hey guys, if the 5 people we have watching as of right now, why don't you tweet out to Stro and see if he wants to be a part of this? Because maybe we'll throw out tweet out to him too. But he seems to be very interactive with fans, so why not?
Yeah, and he's been very passionate about wanting to bring the black jersey back. So, love to hear his views on it.
Yeah, totally. What's another panel we were thinking of?
So with the Ask the QBC.
Yeah, we were thinking about doing an Ask the QBC panel where you guys can actually talk to us about what made us start the QBC, who was a part of the QBC at first, how we got our connections, or whatever you want to know. And what's great about this system that we're using for the live streaming is that you can actually ask us questions. Like right now we have a comment. I'm going to see who it is. We got somebody right now says, drop shadow FTW. I'll show it to you. And then he also says, Uncle Stevie said black jerseys are coming. I haven't heard him say that. And I also don't, and they're also not in the style guide. I don't think so. And you have to have them in the style guide to beat in the rotation, don't you?
Yeah, you do. And it's too late for this year. So if they were to come, they'd have to come next year, or it could be a special event this year.
They could do 1 or 2 one-offs, right? Something like that.
Yeah. But otherwise, I don't recall him saying. I've heard him make comments about how it's open for discussion, how it's interesting to think about, but I don't know. I don't think he's committed. He's been very savvy about not committing to a lot yet.
Yeah, I also think he's doing it to bring a lot of conversation going.
Yeah,
he seems very, very smart with the media and social media, so. Who knows if they are coming back? Who knows if they're not? If they did it, like I said, if they brought it back the right way, once in a while, fine. In the rotation, please no.
Yeah.
But let me get back to this chat thing really quick. But you see, what we're going to do is during the questions, the panels, we're going to have live questions going on during the panel. So there's not going to be a Q&A at the end. It could be like you're a part of the conversation throughout the whole thing. So I think that's going to help us out with this, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. I didn't mention the date. I know I put it in the post. It's going to be February 6th, 2021.
Which is a Saturday, which also happens to be Babe Ruth's birthday. So it's a very karmic baseball day for us to have it. Forget that he's a Yankee. Mm-hmm. Speaking of Uncle Steve, that's another panel we were thinking about doing.
Yeah, we need to reach out to him.
Yep.
I sent some stuff out to a person or two that I know. If you guys that are watching it now or watching this later want to hit him up and tell him, hey, why don't you jump on the QBC on February 6th just to say hi to the fans. He seems the type that would be very amenable to it, and why not just ask?
Yeah, it doesn't hurt. I mean, he seems to be, you're right. And he's responding to fans all over the place. So it's worth a shot, right?
Yeah. So here's another comment.
Okay.
I know the trade seems to be creating excitement, but let's get back to what matters, the black jerseys. I guess nobody understands sarcasm.
I don't think you had the goon face prepped up enough yet for that.
It was just pretty funny. All right, it's cool. Checking this out. We got some likes. We got some. We still have we have a nice little crowd, but it's nothing too crazy. Hopefully,
Okay.
the day of we have a bigger crowd. I have a feeling a lot of people are going to watch this afterwards on the YouTube channel. You know, AEW wrestling's on and NXT's right now, and we know a lot of Mets fans cross over with that. So
That's true. And
that's probably a reason why we don't have them right now. And
well, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was going to say that's one of the great things about doing this on YouTube now is that we have this platform that people can watch it again or watch it later. They don't have to watch it live. You know, they don't get the interaction, but they can still get all the information.
Yeah, and we also have a lot of stuff. We also have a lot of stuff in the past from previous QBCs that we haven't. That if you didn't make it, you could check it out. We have Daryl Strawberry, Brendan Nimmo, Chris Flexen, Keith Hernandez, Todd Hunley, Ron Darling, and Mookie Wilson, and probably a couple more that I can't think off the top of my head. But we got a crap load of player panels. Then we also have panels that meet the Mets executives. We have all these other panels that we videotaped. And I'm sorry, it was my bad for the first year. I didn't think about videotaping, and so that was like the lost year. Everything after that, I made sure we had a video camera running.
So we have year 2. We have the Ed Charles.
Ed Charles, we didn't have because the camera died out.
Ah, okay, that was too bad.
Yeah, we have a lot of pictures, but the camera just, the battery ran out. Going to do a couple quick questions right now. We got from MJ. Love the live comment posting on the screen. See, nice and easy. We see what's going on. We pop it up right now.
All right. Hey, MJ.
We got Mindy. Hey, all. Thanks, Stan and Keith, for this. Love the QBC. Thank you.
Thank you for supporting us.
John Salazar, who we were talking about with the black jerseys, get the Major Fig Pod for QBC. Dan, if you don't know, former WWE wrestler Kurt Hawkins, Brian Myers, that's a friend of mine, and his former tag team partner Matt Cardona have a pretty big podcast that talks about wrestling figures and action figures and collecting.
Oh yeah,
who knows? Maybe we can get Brian on since he's a huge Mets fan. We'll try. We'll see what we can do. It's virtual. We can try to do what we can do.
And even if we can't get it for the QBC, we can always do something like this where we stream something later on.
Yep, we got Bobby V. Yeah, Bobby V. That's was a quick panel. Of course, the camera died halfway through again, so that was one of those things where I think that was the day I was running around like a total maniac. I did 22,000 steps that day, and I couldn't be everywhere at once. And again, my fault.
That was crazy.
Bobby V was so entertaining. He was. I had a great time watching him. He was pretty awesome, and even the little snippet we have that's on the channel is it's a great little story about where and how the disguise from when he got thrown out of the game came about.
I remember that.
It's funny how he blamed Robin Ventura.
I know. I would love to hear Robin's take on this too. Maybe someday we will.
Yeah, you never know. Let's see. I'm just having fun going through these chats right now. Happy 2021. Looking forward to 2-6. Thanks, Frank. Looking forward to it too. MJ. Hey, guys. Hey, MJ. Hey. Say hi to Nancy for us. And then what QBC weren't you running like a maniac? That's very true. That's very true.
There was one that got snowed out.
Yeah, you know what it was? It was the 0.5 with Keith Hernandez, where I was actually behind my merch table. My buddy, my pal, Joe DeMeo, was entertaining too. Yes, he was pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't know, Joe, I don't know if Healy is going to reach out to you now, but I'm pretty sure you'll be on the panel with him. So that's pretty good. I had Graphics Joker jump in for a second. He just popped out. I was going to throw him on the screen too. Joe, if you're around, jump back in. You got the link. All right, so right now,
What was your favorite player panel?
favorite player panel that I actually got to watch.
Yeah, or watch later.
Watch later. I enjoyed the Todd Hundley panel. It was really well done, and we didn't hear Todd for a long time, you know. And then, Chris Flexen, since I was the host on that, and Chris is a buddy of mine. It was fun to interview one of my friends. And then, I think the Nimble panel was really good too. That's when you got where he was just
he was still fresh.
It was coming into his own.
Yeah,
and just the way he hung out with the fans afterwards too was great.
It's so authentic. It was really authentic. I mean, that's one of my top 3 too.
Yeah. Hey Joe. Okay, just saying hi. But if you want to jump in, you're more than welcome to.
You know which one was one of my favorites was Wally.
Wally, I couldn't see. That was one of those crazy ones that was the second QBC, and yeah. I was dealing with the vendors, I was dealing with the cameras, I was dealing with the players, I was dealing with McFadden's, I was dealing with so much stuff. It was hurting my head.
I caught about 10 minutes of it, but even that 10 minutes was just awesome.
One of the cool things I really liked, and Mindy just brought this up, met so many awesome people at the QBCs I attended. Love meeting the 2 actors from Gotham. So I invited David Mizzou and my buddy Drew Powell when I was working on Gotham to come to the QBC because they're used to going to Comic-Cons and being behind the table and meeting the fans and not being the fans themselves, where they can walk around and be a little incognito and just enjoy the day. And they loved it. They said they wish that a lot of the shows hey, there's Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, is my mic on?
You're all good. So we were just talking about how in one of the QBCs we had 2 actors from Gotham when I was working on it come to visit, and how they got the experience of being fans and not being people behind the table doing the signings or doing the panels, and they just enjoyed it. And as I was just about to say, that they really told me that they wish that some of the conventions that they've done were as well run as the QBC and as intimate as the QBC. And I know you haven't got to go to one yet, but hopefully we'll change that soon.
No, I can't wait.
Yeah, Drew had a blast. I mean, he was eating it up.
Yeah, my favorite was the whole story with him and Todd Hundley when they were sitting in the signing room together, which was the signing room was also the green room at the same time. So Drew's sitting down with his son Leo. Todd is sitting down with his wife, and they're all eating, whatever they were eating. And Todd looks up at Drew, looks to his wife, looks to Drew again. He goes, "Hey, aren't you the guy that's on Gotham? The one that plays Butch? Yeah. You're awesome. I can't believe it. I want a picture." Meanwhile, Drew grew up in Indiana. He was a Cubs fan, watched Todd's dad play. And then when Todd went to the Cubs, and he was just like, "You kidding me? I want a picture with you." So it was just like a weird energy right there that was, so awesome.
It was great. It was a moment that was just very real and natural, and without fanfare. It was just it showed you that these guys are just regular guys. And that's the one thing that I think that a lot of people get out of the QBC is that these players, you come in starstruck, but then you interact with them and you realize these are just, for the most part, guys you can just talk with and hang with.
Yeah, and you know what? I was thinking we might be able to do another panel is with the Mets artists, like Joe, Graphics Joker. We got a couple of them that, they love drawing the players and everything. And
that'd be great.
We got some very talented artists that the stuff they come up with.
That's a great idea.
Have a little gallery,
We could almost do a creative, like a creative piece. Do one with the artist and one with some authors. Yeah,
we could figure that out. So we're looking at least 3 or 4 hours. Maybe we'll spread it to 6. I'll be passed out by the time the 6th hour.
Red Bull.
But this will be like a break from what I usually do at the QBC.
Yeah.
All right. So Let's see.
Shall we drop another hint?
Well, let me go. Teza, Nimmo was awesome. Jesse, love the Hunley mention. We love you, Jesse.
Of course, catchers.
And I love when Shamsi crashed the QBC and just took the table. Dan, why don't you tell that story?
Oh, geez. We had a vendor one year, and he apparently had called Shamsky. Shamsky had a book that he was trying to hawk and told him to get down here. So, 69 Met shows up, says, hey, like, I want to sell some books. Like, you don't say no to a 69 Met. But he just, like, took over a table. We didn't tell him where to go. He just took over a table, put some books on, and I want to keep it close to the vest on some of this stuff. But he was good. I don't know. Would you want to elaborate some more on that? But I mean, he was great with the fans. And I'll say this much: that was the year that we awarded the Gil Hodges Award to Tom Seaver.
Right. And
it was great having Art there because he was able to accept the award for Seaver and bring it out to him when he went to visit on California before Tom passed. So that much was great. The hawking the books was hilarious, though.
Yeah, and then we ended up in a book. His book, we're talking about
right.
He said how cool the QBC was, and he went out and told the story about how he gave Tom the QBC award.
Yeah,
it's mind blowing what we've done with just a few of us and all our volunteers and the fellow Mets fans that love being interactive with each other. And I can't wait for Joe to actually be able to check it out live.
Yeah, it's a different experience. I mean, we've had mentioning the book and mentioning. How many books have we been mentioning now? Like 3 or 4?
3 or 4, and then I've been mentioning books besides with the QBC, and it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, he did. He did, MJ. That was hilarious.
Yeah. And then we got Teza. Fonzie was blown away when Mad Joe gave him the print to sign. Yeah, that's what we're talking about with these talented artists that we have. Yeah. We have fans that are great artists. We have authors that write some great material about the players. It's amazing what we can all bring to the QBC.
Even Keith Hernandez was awestruck, and when in the back room when Madra showed him the drawing he did, he was and Keith was at that point he was already into cranky Keith.
Madjo is one of the most underrated artists out there. I mean, his work is like top notch, and with the banners, the tifos that he calls them, I would say the banners that he makes for the 7 line. I mean, the guy is just amazing, and he needs to like promote himself more, get out there, keep telling him, he just lets his brush do the talking, I guess, Well,
that's why we try to get him to do as much stuff for us as possible.
Yeah.
He's very talented. He does great artwork, and we try to, have like when we have the prints to sign, we try to make it that it's his prints to sign. Or if we're doing a giveaway with prints to get signed, like Keith Hernandez, we did that. We did that with him. So we're trying with him, but he's Majo.
MJ's also saying Herm, which totally agree.
Herm is awesome too.
Herm's great. What a great guy. Yeah. I haven't met him in person, but just talking to him, social media, chatting, it's like I feel like I know him. He's just awesome.
Yep. Yeah. Let's see. We got this one. Cranky Keith is Media Goon. I'm gonna leave that story out from that day. Let's see. DeMeo. He's going to show Majo the ways of self-promotion. Please do.
What about me, Joe? Come on.
All right. So before we get to the player panel, I know we're dragging this on. I promised that if we got to 100 subscribers today for the QBC channel, that we were going to have a prize. I went a little overboard with this prize. It's now a prize pack. So
it's a hat.
It is a hat. But the first thing is the QBC pin that we've had from a few years ago. I still have a couple more laying around that I'd like just to give out as swag. We have Mr. Met action figure.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. We have a hat.
Mm-hmm.
Just because Joe said we need to have a hat. Oh wait, I got this book from Wayne Coffee that we were supposed to give out in person. They said it couldn't be done. It's the 69 Mets, New York City, and the most astounding season in baseball history.
Good book.
And one more thing. You think I'm going to have you guys go away without getting an autograph? John Franco autograph. I got it from him in person at an event at Citi Field. So when we do this, after we announce the player panel, we're going to figure out who the random person is that gets it. And I'll get your address and ship it out to her. If you're local, maybe I'll just meet up with you. Okay, so let's go to the who the player's going to be. You could just show that little prop, but don't show the name, Dan.
Yeah. So
here's one more hint.
One more hint. Game used bat. Let me just cover the name. Game used bat from him. He was on the Mets for, I think, 4 or 5 years?
He had 2 different numbers.
Yep.
And he did wear black jerseys.
He did wear a black jersey. He did not come up through the Mets. He came from another National League team.
All right, let's see. Do we have any guests first? Any guests? Any guests? In the chat. Okay. Anybody? Bueller? Nope. Going once.
He played multiple positions. How about that?
Oh, that's a big one.
Going once. Going twice.
One.
Here's the reveal.
Wait a minute. Oh.
It's too late. I revealed it. You guys were slacking on me. It's Super Joe McEwing. Dan, you're the more of a great baseball historian than I am with like numbers and stuff. Give us a little rundown about McEwing.
So McEwing was a great utility player. He came over from the Cardinals. He was actually known as Little Mac over in the Cardinals because he would hit a couple of dingers every now and again versus Big Mac, obviously. When he came to the Mets, though, he played every position except for catcher and pitcher. He was a super sub. That's where the nickname of Super Joe came about. From Pennsylvania, so East Coast guy, still lives in Pennsylvania. He is now the third base coach for the Chicago White Sox.
And they just got the reliever that we wanted. So we can ask him about that too.
But he's a great guy. I actually had the pleasure of doing a Zoom call with him through the Irish American Baseball Society. And by the way, hat tip to John Fitzgerald and the Irish American Baseball Society for making the connection between us and Joe. But earlier last year, before the season started, I was on a Zoom call with Joe, and he was great. Very personal, very loves fans, was very excited when I approached him about doing the QBC. He loves interacting with fans. Little tidbit, he was actually devastated. Devastated may be a hard word, but he was really disappointed. I'm not sure, Tessa. He might have. Oh, wait a second. I think you're right. I think you're right. He was devastated when Foley's closed. So he was a frequent visitor to Foley's while he was here. So just an all-around good guy. Really looking forward to having him at the QBC.
What do you think about that reveal, Joker?
I love it. Love his name, Super Joe. I might use that maybe. I don't know. No, I always liked him as a player. He was, playing all the positions. I just always liked guys like that. Like what's his name from the Astros? God, why did I forget his name now? The catcher. He played all positions.
Biggio.
Biggio? Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Holy.
I thought you were going with Oscar the Grouch in the trash can.
No, this is before Trash Can. But yeah, obviously different players, but very similar. I was always drawn to players that could play multiple positions. It's pretty cool.
Dan, are we leaving anything out right now?
SNY, Joe, State of the Mets, all the other proposed ones.
Oh,
I mean,
I know. Wait. I forgot this. You know what we're charging you guys? Nothing.
That's right.
That's what we're doing. But we wanted to make sure with this virtual thing that the whole thing about the QBC is being together and experience and being out of place together, and we can't do that with this. We couldn't see charging for anything, so we tried to get a player that was going to work with us.
Yeah, it was really important for us to, as Keith said, we're fans. We're just fans running this. We're not in this. We're not retiring on this stuff. This stuff might put Keith into retirement, but we're not retiring. So being able to, very quickly about David Wright. So when Joe was traded away, Wright apparently was pissed. Wright viewed Joe as one of his mentors on the team when he first joined. So a little interesting story. I'm sure we can ask Joe about that. But yeah, so this is for you guys. So I asked him about that. He said it's open. So we'll talk some more to him about that.
And then we got from Finley. I don't know. I don't know what we could do with it.
I could donate some art too to auction for a charity. Maybe we could do that as well.
That would be cool. Maybe we could figure out how to do that.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do a live auction. I might have to take that out of the feed eventually. When we go to post it, but we might be able to get away with it. We'll see what we could do. We'll check out what the legalities are and what we could do on a broadcast with it too. Who knows? Maybe YouTube won't let us do it, but I also have the Facebook Live going and Twitch. Twitch might let us do it. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be great if we get a couple artists just to donate a couple pieces. I'm sure I might have something laying around, or I might have one of the Keith Hernandez signed from his event. So we'll see what we can do. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else. All right.
The only other thing.
Go ahead, Dan.
I was just going to say the only other thing is we're potentially not done. This isn't all that we're putting together. We're still. We might have one or two more things in the works. So final schedule, we won't be figuring that out for at least another week or two. And if there's any other updates, we'll of course let you guys know.
Yeah, and I might just keep jumping up on this channel just for the hell of it. Me, Mad Joe, and Joker had a good time, even with DeMeo.
Yeah.
Yes, Joey DeMeo, you were good. Don't worry about it.
DeMeo's great.
Yeah, he's great. We just give him a topic, he runs with it, and then we joke around about it because it goes over our heads because that's how good he is with the stats and everything.
Yeah, sometimes when you ask me about stats and you're like, hey, you're asking him and you're like, Joe. And I'm like, what, me? I could draw you a picture. I don't know.
I could draw you a picture of a stat.
And then you're like, no, you're Joker. That's Joe. Like, all right.
Yeah, like if you guys like these like little impromptu shows too, we could jump on and do stuff like that. And who knows, we might run into a player one day that just feels like jumping on with us. All of us have some sort of connections with Mets players, Mets former players, collectors. Who knows what we could do with this channel? So just make sure you subscribe, hit the notifications so that way you know when we're live. Make sure you hit the notifications so that way you know when we're live on the 6th. It could go from a 3-hour day to a 6-hour day to a 7-hour day. If it goes past a 7-hour day, I'm just leaving the computer on and walking away.
And who knows? Art Shamty may pop on camera to hawk another book.
He might come to my house and set up a table to sell books. You never know with him.
True.
All right, so we got anything else to cover?
I think we got it covered now.
All right, we have any questions from anybody watching right now? Let's see. No. Bueller. I'll give you 2 more seconds.
Win twice.
All right.
Oh.
Tezza face.
Yeah.
All right. So pay attention to the MediaGoon.com. We got the QueensBaseballConvention.com. Check out us on Instagram, QB Convention. Check out MediaGoon on Twitter. Check out at QB Convention on Twitter. Wait. Thank you, Pete. I appreciate it. All right.
They're virtual jerseys.
Yeah. Actually, we're just gonna have Joker and Maggio make jerseys, paper jerseys for you, so you can put them on a doll. So I hope you guys enjoy this.
And don't forget that damn Tuhik on Twitter.
You have like 50 followers. Nobody's gonna follow.
I'm up to 81. I used to have 800. Twitter deleted me.
All those bots.
All right, Steve, since you missed it, it's going to replay on the channel. You can just watch it. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for coming in live. If you guys want more shows, just let us know. If you need to email us, you can email me at mediagoon@gmail.com or qbc2016@gmail.com. I'm trying to give you everything. Tezza with the Tezza face again. All right, guys. Thank you. Thanks again. Thanks for Joker jumping on. Dan, thanks for jumping on with me.
Yeah.
And let's get the hell out. Yeah, thanks to everybody for watching. Let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I agree, Jesse. We need to bump me back up. All right.